Hi friends. Well, everybody's making the TikTok pasta, but as you can imagine, I'm not going to do it exactly like they are. The basic recipe for TikTok pasta is a box of cherry tomatoes. I've got grape tomatoes, and then I have some cherry tomatoes from a little mixed colored box from Trader Joe's. Being that I live in New Jersey and that tomatoes are so great during the summer, I think cherry tomatoes are the best way to go outside of July and August, because you're going to get the best sweetness and the most tomatoey flavor. And really, I'm just disappointed with tomatoes if they aren't summer tomatoes. So the TikTok recipe is that you do tomatoes, olive oil, feta, salt and pepper, bake it, add pasta, mix it up. It's good, but I think this can make it better. So I've got tomatoes in a 9 by 12, I think, baking dish. I'm going to be really generous with the olive oil. And then you can see I've got probably at least 2 cups of spinach in here. In that goes. Spinach wilts, it adds great nutrients. It's just really easy to add stuff. I've also got a head of garlic, and I've got it whole. I want the flavor, but I don't want us to be eating it. So I've just kind of cleaned the cloves up. Here we go, like that. In that goes. I'm gonna mix everything together just to kind of get everything mixed. That's okay. And then I'm gonna make a space right in the middle for the feta. Now, you can do this without finding a block of feta. You could do it with crumbles. Don't let TikTok tell you how to do it. If you can't find a block or you don't want a block, just do this with the tomatoes. Let them burst is what you're trying to get into the sauce, right? I'm gonna give it a little bit of drizzle of olive oil as well. And then I'm gonna do Italian seasoning all over. Get it in there so that it helps flavor. That's probably a tablespoon. I'm also going to do some crushed pepper, red pepper, a couple shakes of that so that it has some heat. That's going to be a really nice complement to the salt of the feta. I am not going to I'm going to salt my pasta water, and I'm going to salt, well, that's it, because the feta is really salty itself. So, but I am going to give it a good amount of pepper because, again, I want good flavor, and I don't want it just to be the feta. Okay, that is it. So this is going into the oven, 350. It's going to go in for a half an hour. I'm going to stir it midway and then add it to the pasta. Let's see what happens. What's your favorite way to cook feta? What do you like that is cheese, vegetables, spring, fresh, easy? What's your go-to meal? I'd love to know. Comment in the bottom. Okay, so let's take this baby out of the oven. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. The house smells so good. Look at that. I'm gonna move it over just a little bit more so you can see it. You can see the spinach has definitely given us a fight, right? And the cheese is really easy. So I'm just gonna, Peyton and I have this conversation about the thing with cherry tomatoes is that if you don't break them when you cook them, that when you eat them, then they burst in your mouth, and that's not a, it's kind of nice to have a tomato burst. There's fun in that, kind of fruity and all of that, but it's too hot, right? So what I'm doing is I'm making sure that all of them, if they haven't burst, I'm making sure all that juice is coming out. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna mix it a little bit more. Mix in the spinach, get this kind of going around. A little bit of that. Pasta's still cooking, but almost ready to go in and join the party. We're just gonna give this a little bit more. Oh, it smells so good. This is gonna be great. It's not Monday, but it's meatless. So I try to have a couple of meatless meals a week. I'm wondering what your favorite meatless meals are. I very often do a chickpea and curry kind of meal. That's one of my favorites. So, oh my gosh, this looks really good. So as soon as the pasta's done, that's dinner. Okay. Oh my gosh. I wish it was smell-o-vision. Look at that. Okay, back in the oven. Just about another 5 more minutes. That's gonna give a lot of little hot crispy bits. Okay, let's put this party together. So we've got cheese and tomatoes and spinach and garlic. And I am gonna see if I can pick out the garlic. Find it. Here's one. I'm gonna leave it in. Let's do it. Nope, it's still hard. Let's take it out. Change our mind. Here's one. Here's another. So that's given us the flavor, but we don't need to keep the cloves. That's why I picked all the big ones, although that's a piece of cheese. Oh, yummo. Here's another piece of garlic. If this was a long baking dish, I would keep the cloves in, or I would have chopped them small, but I didn't. Okay, so what you can see is I've got chickpea pasta going on here, and I went for the fun noodly ones, curly noodles, because that's really gonna hold the sauce really well. And I did the chickpeas so that I would have extra protein. And that is gonna be dinner. What do you think? Excellent. How about you come for dinner and I'll serve this to you? Is it a deal? I'm wondering if you have made the Tock feta pasta and if you played with it at all, or if you stuck to the regular recipe. I think I'm gonna be really glad with my adaptations. Remember, recipes are just the kind of the outline for the dance. You get to decide what the moves actually are. Make sure all of those baby tomatoes are popped, because you don't want a hot explosion in your mouth. That's gonna damper your party. Pretty sure this is going to be a party in my mouth. Okay, friends. Tock for the win. And a little spice with Charlotte. Love you. Love from New Jersey.